Well, I haven't done this in a while. I want you guys to bear with me while I make this video because I'm probably going to be pausing a lot, breathing hard a little bit. And that's usually because when I come back from a long break and I make videos again, it's hard to get my rhythm back, right? So I struggle to figure out what I want to say, but not just that. Just the way I feel lately, the way things have been going for me. And I'll just give you guys a hint. It's not good. I'll say that. But before I get into that, I just wanted to tell you guys all 600 subs. I'm at 600 plus subs now. I want to really thank all of you because you've stuck with me through the ups and downs, and I've somehow kept gaining subscribers even though I haven't made any content. And I really appreciate people that have stayed subbed. And for some crazy reason, you guys like what I have to say and want to listen to me. Well, some of you do, right? Because not everybody that sub watches my videos. But regardless, and not everybody that watches the videos is sub. So if you're not sub, can you please hit the sub button? It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it'll help my channel grow and promote me in the algorithm. And that's if you obviously like what I have to say. If you don't, then that's fine. But anyways, I do want to thank all of you. And that's, what this video is mostly about. But I do also want to touch on what's been going on with me. Give you guys an idea. I'm going to be vague, but I'm going to try to be as real as I can be. And just tell you what my plans are going forward. I'm going to make a bunch of real talk videos coming up probably today. Probably going to make like 3 or 4. Because I want to just focus on myself for now for a little bit. Just talk about my mindset, the way I see the world, what I'm thinking about, what I want to talk about, what I find interesting, things like that, right? And to be honest with you guys, I haven't really kept up with much of the news or anything that's going on in the world because I'm quite sick of hearing about it. It gets old, right? Like you hear the same thing over and over and over again. You just get tired of it. And that's part of the reason why I stopped making videos. That's one reason, right? I'm going to give you guys a bunch of reasons. So the primary reason why I stopped is because I got to a point where I felt like I was repeating myself consistently. I was making videos about topics, and I felt like no matter what topic I talked about, not only have I talked about it before, but I've already said what I had to say about it. I felt like I didn't really have anything else to add to it. And then it just became this repetitive cycle of just talking about the same thing over and over and over, right? And to make it worse, when I keep talking about something and I don't see any change in the world, I don't see anything happening to improve how things are going, it kind of it gives me a little bit of a defeatist feeling, right? Like, oh, why am I doing this? That's one reason, right? And then also because I got a strike on YouTube a few months ago, and if you get another strike within the time period where it takes 3 months for them to remove the strike, if you get another one, then you can't upload for 2 weeks, and then if you get a third one, your channel gets deleted, right? So I'm already walking a thin line with YouTube, with the topics I talk about and the things I say. So it's hard for me to really figure out what I can and can't say on YouTube because YouTube is so vague. I can go to other platforms, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I prefer YouTube's audience and I prefer YouTube's format. The only thing I don't like about YouTube is the stupid rules that they have. That's it. I like everything. I prefer YouTube over all the other platforms, and I will put, my content on other platforms. But YouTube is the superior platform, unfortunately. And because it is, they pretty much have a monopoly. At least they feel they do. I know Rumble is competing with them or whatever, but YouTube is still the place where people go to watch videos. And because of that, they take advantage of that knowledge and they treat people real bad. They treat their content creators bad because they know everybody wants to make videos on YouTube. And everybody wants to watch videos on YouTube. So they take advantage of that, and then we have these stupid rules that we have. There's a lot of free speech limitations and things like that. I haven't kept up with any new rule changes. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on with anything, to be honest. I really don't. So I'm going to try to start getting back into the flow of things. And that's why I'm making this video, right? Because I'm trying to get back to what I was doing before. But long story short, that's one of the reasons why, another one of the reasons why I stopped is because I didn't want to get another strike within the 3 months. My strike is about to end soon. And if I'm not mistaken, I'll be able to monetize the channel somehow. I think I can do super chats or something like that once the strike is lifted. We'll see if they approve me or not. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be approved by YouTube in any facility in any way. I think they're gonna keep me demonetized. That's the way I feel, unless I change the way I talk about things or what I talk about, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But that's why I have Patreon, right? And I have all these other social media platforms because I know YouTube is gonna give me a hard time monetizing my channel, right? So if you guys can support me on Patreon, that would be awesome. The link is in the description of every video. So I can basically do this more often and focus more on the channel instead of my personal life, right? And it is what it is. That's just the reality of the world, right? In order for me to make more content and talk about more things and do more research and just spend more time on the internet, I have to have another source of income, right? That's just the way it is, unfortunately. That's the world that we live in. It's all about money. That's the way the world works. But if you guys can support me on Patreon, that would be awesome. And I'll also make exclusive Patreon content for you guys. So I've already made a few videos there, but unfortunately, I only have a few Patreons, and I greatly appreciate the Patreons that I do have, but it's not enough for me to just do that full time, right? I have to find other ways to keep myself going. It's the way the world works. And if I can get more support that way, I'll be able to do more things. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. So that's another reason why I've been trying to figure out what's the best way to go forward. And then probably the most, I don't want to say the most important, but what's kept me really in a fog is there are personal things in my life, right? I'm not going to get too into detail about what's going on with me, other than I'll say this much: relationships, right, with people in my personal life, they've taken a toll on me, and in more ways than I can say right now. Like I could say friends, romance, whatever you want, any relationship you want to talk about in terms of me and other humans. It's been tough the last few months. And I'm the kind of person that I'll be cool with you and I'll be nice to you. But if you cross me, that's it. Then we get into it. We go back and forth. And usually what I tell people is don't get on my bad side. If you guys have been watching me and you know how I get when I get angry, that's me. That's who I am. So I tell people, don't mess with me. Don't get on my bad side, because you're not going to like that. You're not going to like that version of me. It's better if you're good to me, I'll be good to you. I reciprocate what you give me times 10. So if you're good to me, I'll be real good to you. If you're bad to me, I'll be real bad to you. That's the kind of person I am. I'm not the kind of person that takes the high road, or I'm too good to get angry, or none of that BS, right? I'm a real person. So I have feelings, I have emotions just like everybody else. So if you mess with me, you get what you get. And unfortunately, the people that are closest to me in my life, whether it's friends or otherwise, they tend to cross me the most. And it causes rifts in my relationships with them to the point where I can't even talk to them, or they can't talk to me. And it is what it is. So I don't really have a lot of friends. I don't really have a lot of close people in my life because of that, because I'm a real person. So, there are people that have this mindset that, well, most people have this mindset, is that they can say whatever they want to you and act however they want to you, and you can't say anything back to them. You can't retaliate. You can't do anything. And that just doesn't work with me. I'm not that kind of person. Maybe that works with other people, right? But I'm not a pacifist. And I'm not a person that if you attack me and you try to hurt me, that I'm not going to do anything back to you. That's not me. If you come at me, I'm going to go back at you harder so that you learn your lesson not to mess with me. That's the point, right? Because I'm not doing anything to you, so there's no reason for you to mess with me. But I've had people in my life lately that have crossed me over and over and over, and it has led to rifts in those relationships, and it's caused a lot of issues for me personally because I care about these people. That's the truth. I really care about them, and I don't want to be at odds with them, but I can't lower myself to be somebody's basically bitch, right? I'm not anybody's bitch. So I'm not going to lower myself to let other people that I consider to be lesser than me, and you can call it arrogant or not, but I consider them to be lesser than me, to try to put me below them. I'm like, I already am not looking at you. I may treat you better than you treat me, but that doesn't mean I think you're better than me. So don't get the wrong idea because I treat you good that you can just act however you want towards me. That's the kind of shit that I've been dealing with. And again, it's caused a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of problems for me. And that's taken a toll in my personal life to the point where it's hard for me to do anything else, to focus on YouTube or anything else. So I've just stayed to myself. I haven't really felt like talking about anything because I've been focused on these situations. So if you combine all the things I just said, you can kind of see why I've taken time away, right? Because when you're dealing with this stuff, all these things I just said, the YouTube strike for free speech, basically, because I didn't say anything wrong. And then seeing the repetitive nature of how fucked up the world is and nothing is changing. No matter what I say or what I talk about, nothing changes. And then my personal life, dealing with people that supposedly love me and are close to me, but they treat me like shit, and then they want me to just be good to them all the time, right? And they can say and do whatever they want to me. I can't say shit to them. Those are the kind of people that, for some reason, I attract those people. They come to me, I attract them, and then when they see the real me, they don't like it. They're like, damn, I thought he was just going to be a bitch and let me walk all over him and say and do whatever I want to him, and he was never going to retaliate. No, I'm not that kind of person. So again, if you're watching me and you think you can get close to me and be my friend and we can get into some kind of relationship and be close, and you think you can just say whatever you want and do whatever you want because I'm being nice to you, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong fucking person. I'm not like that. So again, I've had people over the last 2 years do that to me. And I've talked about this vaguely in other videos and live streams and stuff, but I didn't really get as in depth as I did in this video. And again, this is my biggest problem. I let people get close to me. I should have never done that. I should have just focused on YouTube and what I was doing and talking about. I should never have formed any friendships or anything like that with people that I met online. That's the truth. That's the honest to God truth. And because I want to be a nice guy and I want to be friendly and I want to talk to people, that's where I always get fucked in my life. Every time I let my guard down, I try to be nice to people. I try to be cool. Someone backstabs me every single time. So I guess the lesson is just be a cold-hearted motherfucker for the rest of my life, right? And fuck everybody. I guess that's the lesson I'm supposed to take. But anyways, I know this isn't the best thank you video, but I'm trying to tell you guys what's really been happening, right? Because I want you guys to get an idea of my mindset, where I'm coming from, the shit I'm dealing with, why I take time away from making videos, why, I don't want to talk about shit anymore, really, even though I am going to keep talking about stuff. There's but so many things I can say. I watch people, right? Other people talk about stuff, and they're consistently surprised at how fucked up the world is. They're like, well, damn, how could this happen? How could this happen? Surprise scandal, surprise this, surprise that. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You've been covering this shit all this time, the news, politics, whatever subject they're talking about, and they still don't understand how corrupt and psychotic this world is and how fucked up everything is. It took me like 1 second to figure it out. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I knew how fucked up this world was. Nobody had to tell me. I could just see with my eyes. But for some reason, people that talk about this stuff nonstop, they can't understand. And maybe they do understand, but they're just trying to fool everybody else into thinking that they're surprised so that they can have content, right? So they can keep people watching them. But in reality, I believe most of these people are just working with the system, right? They're part of the matrix. They're being used to keep people's attention so that people believe that, oh, these people are really legitimate people. They're really good people, and they're standing up for us. They're standing up for the little guy. When in reality, those people are full of shit. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm like, how many times am I going to talk about this shit before people realize what's going on? Right? If you go watch all my videos, you'll see I've been talking about this stuff nonstop. So how many times must I repeat the same fucking talking points before people realize, hey, we're living in a fucked up world. Things need to change. We need to do something about this. And if people don't do what they need to do, guess what? We're going to keep living in the same fucked up world. And then on top of that, I speak the truth about whatever I speak about in the videos that I find to be the most riveting or more powerful in terms of my words. Those are the ones that people don't like. And I'm like, so you don't like the real truth? Like, so what, you just want to be lied to for the rest of eternity? You just want people to lie to you all the time? It's like people's egos and their beliefs in what they think they know. It's off the charts. I'm like, people think they know more than what they actually know. That's the issue, right? And then when someone like me tells them what the real truth is, they don't want to hear that shit. They want to live in their little lie fantasy world where the world is, everything is perfect, right? Nothing bad is going on. The world is perfect. There's no evil. There's no demons. There's no aliens. Everything is good. That's the world people want to live in. But guess what? That's not the reality. That's bullshit. The reality is what I just said. In terms of there are demons, there are aliens, there are things like that. And that's why this world's so fucked up. Because it's being controlled by evil. So until people wake up and realize it, nothing's going to change. But anyways, I think I've said enough for this video. I don't want to make it too long. This is my first video coming back, so I had a lot to say, obviously. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you understand why I take breaks and what I'm trying to do with the channel. I'm trying to figure things out. Please subscribe to my Patreon. Check the description below for the links. Follow me on the other platforms if you prefer them, or just follow me here, right? If you like, comment, subscribe, share where you can. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.